ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Yeah. 17 जाग्रत् स्वप्न सुषुप्त्यादि। जाग्रत् स्वप्न सुषुप्त्यादि
जाग्रत् स्वप्न सुषुप्त्यादि
प्रपञ्चं यत् प्रकाशते
प्रपञ्चं यत् प्रकाशते
तद् ब्रह्माहमिति ज्ञात्वा
तद्ब्रह्माहमिति ज्ञात्वा
सर्वबन्धैः प्रमुच्यते।
सर्वबन्धैः प्रमुच्यते।
त्रिषु धामसु यद्भोग्यम्
त्रिषु धामसु यद्भोग्यम्
भोक्ता भोगश्च यद्भवेत्
भोक्ता भोगश्च यद्भवेत्
तेभ्यो विलक्षणः साक्षी
तेभ्यो विलक्षणः साक्षी
चिन्मात्रोऽहं सदाशिवः।
चिन्मात्रोऽहं सदाशिवः।
मय्येव सकलं जातम्
मय्येव सकलं जातम्
मयि सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितम्।
मयि सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितम्
मयि सर्वं लयं याति।
मयि सर्वं लयं याति।
तद्ब्रह्माद्वयमस्म्यहम्।
तद्ब्रह्म तद्ब्रह्मादि तद्ब्रह्माद्वयमस्म्यहम्।
अणोरणीयानहमेव तद्वत्
पुरणीयान्हमहमेव तद्वत्
महानहं विश्वमहं विचित्रम्।
महानहं विश्वमहं विचित्रम्।
पुरातनोऽहं पुरुषोऽहमीशः।
आतनोऽहं पुरुषोऽहमीशः।
हिरण्मयोऽहं शिवरूपमस्मि।
हिरण्मयोऽहं शिवरूपमस्मि।
अपानिपादोऽहमचिन्त्यशक्तिः।
अपाणिपादोऽहमचिन्त्य शक्तिः
पश्याम्य चक्षुः सशृणोम्यकर्णः
पश्याम्यचक्षुः
अहं विजानामि विविक्तरूपः
अहं विजानामि विविक्तरूपः
न चास्ति वेता मम चित्सदाहम्
न चास्ति वेत्ता मम चित् सदाहम्
Yeah. So, Atma Bodha section, last few mantras we've been looking at. And this number 21, Apani Padoham Achintya Shaktihi. So we were looking at this last time. That Ishvara of this nature, Sarvajna, Sarvashaktiman, etc., must be very big. We only know how to extrapolate what we know. And so, very big means must have numerous. First of all, Ishvara's body must be like the human body. We don't visualize Ishvara as a dog. Why? Because we are all human beings. We want the one whom we worship must be like us or better than us also. But better than us form, we don't know what it is. We only know the human form as the quote unquote the most evolved of all beings. And so we visualize ourselves, and of course, all our devatas are all of are human beings like body. They have the same body. But Sarva Shaktiman, therefore, we attribute, give many legs, many hands. If not many legs, many hands. Many hands looks more powerful, I think. Many legs there, I have not seen that much. Occasionally we do see. And doesn't matter. It all indicates Sarva Shaktimatvam. And so he says, despite being a Sarva Shaktiman, I am Apani Padaha. Apani Padaha. And also Achintya Shakti, that also we saw. That Shakti cannot be objectified, cannot be visualized by the human mind. Because human mind is meant to objectify finite things, not the infinite. It won't work. And so that's why in Lalita Sahasranam, I don't know the number, Agraganya Chintya Rupa Kalikalmashanashini. Agraganya Achintya Rupa. The I is not pronounced there. Agraganya Achintya Rupa. Agraganya Achintya Rupa. So Agraganya means Agra means beginning, before, first. That is called Agra. That's why Agrajaha. My elder brother is called Agrajaha. My elder sister is called, or older sister is called Agraja. So here Agraganya. Ganya. So Ganya means the one who is counted is called a Ganyaha. So when you count, you have to count her first. Agraganya. She is the foremost. Nityartha. She comes first. So Agraganya Achintya Rupa. She is Achintya Rupa. So that same Achintya Shakti Hameva, he says. You have to add, yeah, aham achintya shakti is there. That word is there. We saw, until there we saw, I think. And then next he says, Pashyami achakshuhu. Pashyami. Aham pashyami. But I don't have eyes. All these things seem like this vidigada, something we say all these things. It means all these puzzles we have. When we were kids, we were playing with all these puzzles. And what makes noise, but no sound comes from it. Something, all the vague questions they used to ask. They used to scratch your head, how this can happen. So here, same thing here also. Pashyami achakshuhu. And I am the one who sees, but I cannot be seen. No, but I don't have eyes. Here he says, I don't have eyes. Pashyami achakshuhu. Now, I am the one who sees, but I can't be seen. Somewhere we saw. Somewhere we saw that.
Mundaga.
Ah, Mundaka maybe, but more recently, Vivek Chudamani. Yaf pashyati, yamna pashyati kaschana, or something like that. Didn't we see?
Yes.
क्या हो गया? Recently, just 2 3 classes back. 2 3 classes, 2 3 weeks, Guruji. That's a lot of time. Okay. All right. So, yaf paschati, something was there in that. Anyway, I don't have the book
Swayam
with me.
sarvam yam na pashyati kaschana. I'm looking at the
Ah,
book and telling it. I'm having the book.
yeah. Yaf paschati, enna sarvam?
Swayam sarvam yam na pashyati kaschana yas chetayati buddhyadi na tad yam chetayatyayam.
Ayam. Okay. Yaf
Yeah.
paschati swayam sarvam. Yam na pashyati kaschana. Yaschetayati buddhyadi. Yam na chetayatyayam. Something like that comes.
Tapasya is apasya, but that is in a different context from Gita.
That is different. That's different. So, all that is, we have to recollect here. Pashyami achakshuhu. But here it's little different. Pashyami achakshuhu. He doesn't say nobody sees me. Later on it may come. It's going to come shortly also. And likewise, Shrunomi akarnaha. I'm the one who hears. How can you say I am the one who hears but I don't have ears? I thought ear is the only instrument through which you can hear. There has to be an instrument. Only then you can say I hear. Even the people with ears, sometimes they can't hear properly. So it's so subtle that if it doesn't function, you can't hear. Shrunomi akarnaha means shrotasya shrotram manaso mano yat vachoha vacham tadu sa upranasya pranaha. That is the meaning. Kenoparishad comes in handy. Comes in handy. Hey, I am shrotrasya shrotram. I am the one who gives existence to shrotram itself. I am the one who makes the Jadam Shrotram as appearing consciousness, as able to function like the way it functions now. That is the meaning of Aham Shrunomi. Aham Shrunomi means through the ears I hear. That is another way of saying it. Through the ears I hear. I am the ultimate hearer. Shrotrasya Shrotram. I am the ultimate hearer. I don't have ears. Akarnaha. I don't have ears. Upadi, because I am Upadi. Upadi Bhinnaha I am. I am Upadi Bhinnaha. If the pot, see, the pot has a mind. Pot should have a human mind. Then the pot has to say, has to recognize that, you know what, essentially I am the clay, and clay has all the forms that are there for the pot, all the qualities that are there for the pot, including weight, height, width, color, everything belongs to the pot. But guess what? The clay can say, none of those attributes belong to me. They don't belong to me. Size and all don't belong to me at all. Like that. Like that. Aham pashyami. Aham pashyami because aham shrunomi, because I'm the one who provides the existence to this pot. And then through my existence, using my existence, the pot is able to see, pot is able to hear, pot is able to transact with the world in the ways it is gifted to. That is how. That is how we should look at this Shrunomi Akarnaha.
Guruji, can we say that shloka from Bhagavad Gita? Sarvendriya guna bhasam, sarvendriya vivarjitam, asaktam sarva bhruchaiva, nirgunam guna bhoktrucha. That is in 13th chapter, name what is to be known.
What is to be known? Yeah, same thing, exactly. That is how you should connect. Very good. Very good. Get used to connecting like that. Guna bhoktricha. Okay. Good. Shrunomi achakshuhu. And so all this chakshu, etc., they're all attributes of the upadhi. Upadhi. Upadhi is there. Even that's why we say pot is a upadhi. Upadhi for the clay. Or upadhi of the clay, you can say. That also you can say. Means unless there is a form, you cannot recognize clay. At least this is an example, you can recognize clay, all right. But unless clay has a form, you can't use a word. Pot, spatula, saucepan, vase, flower vase, all that you can say. Upadhi. That means upadhi. It has to have a form. Unless a form is there, the human mind cannot grasp. Cannot grasp. And so, here also, here that upadhi is there. Brahman with the upadhi, with Maya upadhi. Look at that. Brahman also needs an upadhi. And with the Maya upadhi is called Ishvaraha. And then you say Ishvaraha, Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktiman, etc. But so, that's how it works here. And so, but Brahman itself transcends all attributes. Transcends means what? The attribute does not belong to Brahman. It belongs to the Upadhi. It belongs to the Upadhi. And that Upadhi, that Sarva Shakti is Achintyam. Achintya Sarva Shakti. And so here we see a negation of all the attributes. Achintya Shakti, Apanipadaha, Achakshuhu, Akarnaha. All these negations are there here. Okay. And that was and that is why again we go back to Kena Upanishad, where the student asked the question Kene Shitam 1.1. So what is it that makes all this mind and ears and eyes function like that? He says he's not asking a question that a scientist will ask. Scientist asking is a different. Within the upadhi, he is finding out the answer. Because for him, instruments are there. He's looking at cause and effect. He's uncovering cause and effect. Uncovering cause effect. And that is so important to cure all the diseases and things like that. So that is a function of the scientist. But that student here is asking something beyond that. So what exactly is it? There has to be something existent, something self-existent. There has to be something which sustains all this cause and effect. Okay. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat. That's what he's asking. To which teacher immediately gives the answer, Shrotrasya Shrotram. The ear of the ear. It is not a definite answer, It's an evasive answer. Evasive answer means what? Shrotrasya Shro. It is the ear of the ear means what? Is there another ear sitting behind the ear that the medical science has not figured out yet? Waiting to be figured out. Inner ear, they say. Inner ear. Out, maybe there must be an outer ear. So maybe this is the outer ear. The inner ear is the actual. I think that's what it is. I've forgotten all those things now. Inner ear is
There
all
is a
that.
middle ear also.
Middle ear also is there, and the inner ear is there. All the drum and things like that. I suppose
Cochlea
that is
and
cochlea and all. Yeah.
inner ear.
So inner ear. Here you say Shrotrasya Shrotram. No, it is not that inner ear that you have already figured out. It is that which sustains the entire system. Ear, nose, throat system, everything. And so
Guruji, can we say that a sense center instead of sense organ?
you can say whatever you want. I mean, so we use the word senses also you can say, sense organ, sense center, anything is fine. Understand
So
by the word, that is the most important.
when we say sense center, then it may contain everything, not only hearing, but smelling, all the sensations.
Okay, sure, you're welcome to use that. All senses, yeah, sense center, whatever, that will also work. So aham vijanami vivikta rupaha. Aham vijanami. Again, something else comes to my mind. Viveka Chudamani. What? Just two classes ago we saw. There's uncanny parallel. Yo vijanati sakalam. Yo vijanati sakalam. Yamna. Yo vijanati sakalam. Jagrat swapna sushuptishu. Huh?
बुद्धितद्
Buddhi
वृत्तिसंवादम् अभावमह मिथ्ययम्
Buddhi sadvritti sadbhavam abhavamahamityayam. Yo vijanati sakalam. One who knows everything. That is what Shakra says there. Yo vijanati sakalam. And here he says, Aham vijanami. Because I am the Swarupa of knowledge. That whole possibility of knowledge itself is given by Aham, Atma. This whole idea that I can know, this mind can know something, that knowledge. Chakracharya elsewhere will say, Nyapti Swarupaha. Because I am the Swarupa of Jnanam itself. Our idea of knowledge is knowledge of something. I know, if you say, people will immediately ask, I know what? Eureka! It seems somebody cried Eureka. And Eureka has become like synonymous to, if you've discovered something, you have to say Eureka. Okay, Eureka means you will have to ask what? What did you find out? Okay, that is why they put in the comic strips and all other strips, they put a bulb. Bulb is there. So I got the idea. Idea of something is there. They come up with the Panchatantra. Immediately they come up with the idea. All the monkeys and all these things. I got an idea. Because this crocodile is eating up everything. And so somebody had to deal with the situation. And then this monkey came up with an idea. So, knowledge of what? That is how our mind thinks. Of what? Of what you can't think. Achintya Shakti. This mind is always trying to grasp it. And he says you can't grasp it. Can't grasp it. Grasp it. In that sense, aham vijanami. I am the one who gives the ability of knowing to the mind. Or I am the one who is conscious, who makes the, who is awareness, who is consciousness. I can say I am interacting with this world. I can give an age to this body. I can talk so much about myself. I can talk so much about so many things. Everything is possible because I am conscious. I am aware. And that consciousness, that awareness is me. And aham vijanami. Satyam jnanam anantam. Aham jnanam. Aham jnana swarupam asmi. Knowledge of what? Not of nothing. I am knowledge that of the fact that you are able to say of something is due to me. Aham vijanami. Yo vijanati sakalam. So that's because I illumine everything. I am the one who enables you to go after things because I illumine everything. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नेमा विद्युतो भांति कुतो यमग्निः मुंडक उपनिषद. Powerful statement it is. Physically the sun shines. Without the sun I can't see anything. Without light I can't see anything. That is the normal. That is correct. In the physical world that is a correct statement. But even to see the sun, to appreciate the sun, the consciousness must be there. That is why they say, na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra tarakam, ne ma vidyuto bhanti. Neither this lightning also, neither does the lightning shine. What is it, lightning? Lightning is the most powerful light that we know. They say so many tens of thousands of volts of electricity is passing through that. And Kutoya Magni. What to talk of this small little lamp that I'm showing you? Hey Bhagavan. Okay, like that mantra is saying. And so here, Aham Vijanami, just by being myself, that self-effulgence is being talked about here. Aham Vijanami. We can add within brackets. Aham Vijanami. Kintu Buddhi Rahitaha. Abuddhihi, can you say? It's going to come, I think. Later on, next mantra is going to come. Dehendriya Buddhi is going to talk. Dehendriya Buddhi, na janma, na Dehendriya Buddhi asti is going to say. Aham vijanami, kintu I don't have any mind. So because that existence, I am that consciousness. And then, yeah, so Viveka Chudamani, the shlokas are 36 and 37 from our abridged list. Or 120 or 130, 131 from the big list. Okay. Yo vijanati sakalam. Jagrat swapna sushuptishu buddhi sadvritti tadbhavam avamahamityayam. Next shloka is yaf pashyati swayam sarvam yam na pashyati kaschana yaschetayati buddhyadi na tad yatyayam na tadyam chetayatyayam. Same ideas. So I am the one, I am the illuminator. Fortunately, I don't have to be illumined. Otherwise, this being, consciousness itself won't be there. Conscious being will not be there. Nothing is possible. Whole Jagat itself will not be there. So we don't live in that kind of a world. And so, here, aham vijanami vivikta rupaha. We haven't seen Maniprabha. Look at that. Aham vijanami. Look at what he says for vijanami. Vividham prapancha jatam avagachami. Vividham prapancha jatam avagachami. Avagachami is the verb. Avagachami is the same as janami. No. Avagachami. Gachami means to go. Avagachami has no connection with gachami. Correct? Gachami is the action of going. I'm going from here to there. I'm going to the store. I'm going to my friend's place. Going. Avagachami has nothing to do with this. It is all about knowing. Aham avagachami. In our classes, we often say avagatam va. Avagachanti va ityadi. So this prefix does wonders. But you see that? There is a shloka, in fact, I don't know if I can remember it. The shloka praises this prefix, the power of a prefix in Sanskrit. Okay, the power of a prefix. Like gachami is to go, avagachami is to know, to understand. Okay, avagachami. Then what? Pratigachami is to return. To return. Anugachami is to follow. To follow. Lakshmanaha gachati. Lakshmana goes. Ramaha anugachati. Rama follows Lakshmana. Ramaha Lakshmanam anugachati. So all different meanings. Shades of meaning, sometimes very different also.
The
Avagachami.
Chayamiva.
Sorry?
Chayamiva, as a shadow, like that.
Yeah. So let's not lose the train of thought here. So what I'm thinking is upasargena dhatvartaha. Look at the shloka. I mean, these are all things we have to enjoy. It seems dhatvartaha, dhatu, right? Gam dhatu. Gam dhatu appears as gach here, gachami, gachati, etc. So that is gam dhatu. So dhatu is there. Dhatvartaha, the meaning of the dhatu. The shloka is saying what power this prefix has. It just takes away the dhatu somewhere else. Means it gives a different meaning to the dhatu. Upasargena dhatvartaha. Baliyananyatra niyate. Baliyan. It is powerful, it seems. Anyatra niyate. This dhatvarta is taken somewhere else. Anyatra. Upasargena dhatvartaha. Baliyan anyatra niyate. Now is the best part. Praharahara samhara. Vihara pariharavat. You want an example? Okay, I'll give you an example. Prahara, ahara, samhara. There is a dhatu called hr dhatu. Hr. Okay, hr is to take away, to steal, like that. So, Ramaha mama dukkham harati. Rama steals away my sorrow. All right. Why give thief example? Give Rama's example. So, okay, that is the meaning. But then, if you put an upasarga to this hr, then what happens? So, what did I say? Prahara. Prahara. Prahara means what? To hurt somebody else is called prahara. Prahara, ahara. Ahara is nothing to do with hurt, nothing to do with stealing, taking, nothing. It has nothing. Ahara means food, annam, meal, aharam, consuming aharam. Prahara, ahara, samhara. Samhara means to attack. To wage a war is called samhara. Praharahara samhara vihara pariharavat. Vihara. Vihara means to go on a walk, outside. It's 5:30, you feel like going for a walk. Vihara. I'm going to take a vihara. That's why they have all this vihar. That name is always there. Garden sometimes is called a vihar. All right. Praharahara samhara vihara pariharavat. You put pari in front of hr, then it is parihara. It means what? What prayaschitta did you do for the wrong karma you did? It's called prayaschitta. Parihara. The countermeasure, that is called parihara. Pariharavat. Like that, it's a shloka. So I could not resist from telling you all these things. So like that here also, our Maniprabha says, avagachami, to vijanami, avagachami. Vividam prapancha jatam. That we prefix is explaining. Janami means to know. Vijanami means what? Vividam prapanchajatam janami avagachami. Vividham prapanchajatam. This prapancha, this prapancha jatam. Jata here means that class, that particular category called world category. The world category, Vividham prapancha jatam. Group. This entire group of things that come under the title world, prapancha, which is all Vividham, which has so many attributes, full of attribute, variety. That janami, aham janami, like that he's saying.
Vishwaveda in our Shanti mantra.
Vishwaveda, okay.
Yes.
Okay, Vishwam Veti iti Vishwaveda. All right. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, now look at the next one. Vivikta Rupaha. Vivikta Rupaha. Mula Mantra says that. Aham Vijanami Vivikta Rupaha. Vivikta Rupa. So you know that this I am of my nature, my Rupa. My Rupa is Vivikta. Vivikta means different from whatever I see. Whatever I am pashyami, yadapi aham pashyami. Yat pashyami tasmad bhinnaha. Bhinnaha. Viviktam means bhinnaha. What does he say here? Maniprabha says, Buddhyadi prithak rupaha. Prithak rupaha. Prithak rupaha. Prithak means different, distinct. Distinct. A nature that is distinct from what? Buddhyadi. Buddhyadi. Buddhi, etc. That is why Shankara says, Mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham. Naham. I am not that. I am there very much in that, but I am not that. Without me, it doesn't function. Here he says, Aham pashyami. So through the buddhi, I am aham pashyami. Through the eyes, aham pashyami. Through the ears, aham pashyami. So vivikta rupaha, buddhyadi pratak rupaha. Nachasti veta. Nachasti veta. See, it's easy to translate all this and move on. I want to, give you something that will make you think. Veta. Veta means knower. Jnata. Nachasti jnata. If you use the nya dhatu, it becomes jnata. Means jnatrikarta. The knower. Veta, the knower. Veta comes from the root vid. Vid jnane. Vid jnane we saw recently. Where?
Mundaka Upanishad.
Nirvedam.
One,
Nirvedam.
Nirvedam, Mundaka, Nirvedam, correct. In the context of Nirvedamayat Brahmanaha.
in one
That
meaning
same.
with the dhatu. Yesterday's class, last week class.
Good. 4 meanings with dhatu and all we saw. Now, you people are getting better and better every day. And so, with dhatu, jnane. So, that same Nirvedam, Nirvedam with is different. Vidyate. So, here with jnane. And so, and the verb becomes veti, etc. Veti vittaha, vidanti, like that it comes. So here that same, the agent of knowing is called veta. It's called veta. So nachasti veta. Veta nasti mama. Mama veta na asti. Mama veta. The knower of me does not exist. Means nobody can know me ityarthaha. I cannot become an object of knowledge. Object of knowledge I cannot become. That's the irony. That's the beauty also. That's the beauty of Atma Vidya. That's why Atma is Gudaha. Gudaha, secret. Because it's all hidden. And there's even Even the guy who wants to know the Atma, if he gets on the wrong track, he will assume something else is Atma. Like that, uh, Indra and Prajapati. Is it Prajapati? I don't forget now. They went, but no, Prajapati is a teacher. And so they all went.
Virochana?
Virochana. Indra and Virochana went to Prajapati. And so Virochana mistook the eyes to be the Atma, etc. He went off. And but Indra took the time. He said, how can the eye be the Atma? I myself know the problems in my eyes. So there has to be somebody behind these eyes. Like that, Indra thought through. But after many, many years of seva, Prajapati said, do seva for 36 years, then I'll come back and teach you. Like that, he said. So they said there's nothing better to do than to do seva to the teacher. And so they did the seva. And so, nachasti veta mama, there's no chance. You can try hard. You can try hard. If you try hard, then it's going to bounce back that much harder. And so, why? Because the Swarupa of the knower is Atma. The subject, Swarupa of the subject is Atma. And subject is always looking for an object, including a thought. Thought also is an object only. And so, not possible to objectify. That is the meaning. Nachasti veta mama. Nacha mama veta nasti. Aham vijanami. I am the one who can know anything, but nobody can know me. Okay? All these are beautiful shlokas. Because I am the one who is the Swarupa of the knower. Okay?
Guruji, if we say I am illumination or I am knowledge.
So let's discuss this in the satsang. Let's not,
Okay.
everybody listening here, so we don't want to. Then the next part is Nachasti veta mama chit sadaham. Chit sadaham. Aham sada chit. Yeah, that is, I am of the nature of consciousness. Sada, sarvada. I am not subject to time. I am not subject to space. I am not subject to being any object. I am not subject to any form also. You can give me names. Whatever name you want, you can give me. But really speaking, aham anami asmi. Okay. That is why Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupaha. There Shankaracharya says. Here he says Chid Rupaha Sada Aham. I am always self-effulgent Swaprakashaha. What does Maniprabha say? Nachasti. He says Nasti Eva. Nasti Eva. Not possible at all. He said Cha is converting to Eva. Eva means not ever exist. No one, it never exists. Such a entity does not exist. Nasti eva. Then nachasti veta mama veta. Look at what it says. Avaganta, he says. Avaganta, right? Previously he said avagachami, right? For vijanami, he said avagachami. Avagachami, I told you, means no. Same as janami only. Here also he uses the same verb, avaganchami, and converts that to an agent. Because Veta is an agent of knowing. And so the agent of knowing is avaganta. Avaganta. Ganta. Avaganta. I hope you're following me. Okay. Karma kartru bhavena avaganta. That's what he's saying. Beautiful. Karma kartru bhavena avaganta. He's saying that idea, knowing as we know it, knowledge as we know it. As we know it means what? Karma kartru bhavena. Hey, the kartru, I am the knower and I know something. Anything. So many things are there to know and I know something. I wanted a microphone, so I had to look, constantly look. How many sites we have seen, how many reviews we have seen, and I didn't realize so many types of microphones are there. So I learnt a little during the process. Constantly, there is something to be known. That is called karma here. Karma kartru bhavena. Karma means object. Karma is object. Karta is agent, the knower. Karma kartru bhavena. So that is that normal knowing. He says, such a normal knower does not exist. Means such a knowership of Atma is not possible. Nobody can say, I know Atma. That is why the student in Upanishad makes a beautiful statement. Naham manye suvedeti. Okay, Naham manye suvedeti. It comes in the first chapter of Upanishad. He says, I do not, he's become a jnani. He has become a jnani. This guy is going ready to walk off from the class. Okay, because now the class is not useful. Once he figured it out, then what are you going to get from the class? You want to walk off. But before he walks off, he's saying this. Naham manye suvedeti. I do not consider Atma to be known. Suveda. Suveda means what? Karma kartri bhavena. Suveda. As an object, I don't know it. Because Atma is not an object. If Atma is an object, I have finitized Atma. And the knowledge, whatever knowledge I say, I know Atma, that knowledge is a finite knowledge, Atma. Some little, it is like the elephant, the 10 blind people knowing the elephant. Everybody says, I know the elephant. You know a part of the elephant, that's all. Okay, Naham manye suvedeti. That's a beautiful thing. But yet, at the same time, Atma is known. Like that he says. Manye viditam. Like that in passive voice he says and walks away. Manye viditam. So, karma kartribhavena avaganta na asti eva. Such a knower of Atma who can objectify Atma as something to be known, it does not exist. Does not exist. All right. Nachasti veta. Then chit sadaham. Yeah. Mama. Okay. Ananda atmanaha bheda rahitasya. Look at that. Mama, he's explaining what mama is. Mama in Sanskrit means mine. Mine. Shashti. Okay. Asmad. Shashti ekavachana. Mama. So she's saying mama means what? Mine means whose is this? He's saying Ananda Atmanaha Bheda Rahitasya. Hey, that Atma which is Ananda Swarupaha. Okay. Chidananda Rupaha. He is bringing that here. Okay. Chit Sadaha. That Ananda Swarupaha. Atma whose Swarupa is Ananda. Therefore Ananda Atmanaha Bheda Rahitasya. Bheda Rahitasya. Means it is ekaha. It is one and it is non-dual. Okay, Advaitam. And Advaitam cannot brook any Bheda. Bheda. There can't be any distinction. There can't be a Vijatiya Bheda. Vijatiya Bheda means what? Hey, this is pot and this is pen. What is the connection between pot and pen? There is no connection at all. This is pot, this is pen. Its function is different and shape, form, everything is different. The way to manufacture it is different. This form, function of this particular object is different and the way you make it is different. What is needed for this is different. Everything is different. Vijatiya, there are two different jatis, two different families. Okay. Dog is a different family, table is a different family. Vijati. So such a Bheda doesn't exist. Sajatiya Bheda does not exist. Sajatiya means same jati. Same jati. You want to see same jati objects? I'll show you. Okay. This is a blue pen. Look at all the things I have here. This is a red color pen. Okay, you can see the red cap. Red color pen. This is an eraser. Looks like a pen, but it's an eraser. Okay. I used to use it in the US, and so I got it. It's still there with me. It's still there with me. I think because when people see it, they don't know what these days who writes. These days who writes. So the pen itself is not useful. Where is the question of eraser and all that? Not useful. Then look at this. A pencil. A lead pencil is there. Beautiful lead pencil. So these are all they're all same jati. Same jati, and but yet Bheda is there. Same jati, they're all different. Sajatiya Bheda is there for all these things. Vijatiya Bheda, Sajatiya Bheda, and then Swagata Bheda. It's also every object will have these three things. Swagata Bheda. Swagata means what? Within this pen, the minute you say pen, then you will have to, oh, this pen? No, 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 no. This is not pen. This is a cap. Oh, this is cap. So this is not pen. So then what is this? Like that, I can start removing everything. Swagata. So all this refill, this and everything coming out. So Swagata Bheda is there. Means with each, there are parts of everything. Every object has parts. And each part is different. That is called Swagata Bhedaha. The pen has Swagata Bhedaha. Pen has within it things which are all different from each other. Until you ask the question, it is all one. It's all one. The minute you ask the question, you start investigating, then you'll start seeing parts and parts and parts and parts. Like the human body. Human body, there's no end. There's no end. It's amazing. We all think we are one part. It's amazing. It's amazing. One part. We are all one. We are in one piece. Everything good. That's why when we travel, this, that, when they come home, they say, Abba, east or west, home is best, they say. Before that, 1 week ago, they said, we are ready to leave, ready to leave. Now what happened? Bah, glad we are back. So, here he says, Maniprabha says, Bheda Rahitasya Mama. Aham, that Aham is Bheda Rahitaha, he says. Now look at that. All these words, they help us understand. Mama, of that me, which has no Bheda at all. No Vigata Bheda, Vijatiya Bheda, Sajatiya Bheda, and Swagata Bheda. That kind of Aham it is, that kind of I. And then Chit Sadaham. What does he say here? Chit. Maniprabha says, Swayam Prakasha Bodha Swabhavaha. It looks like this. Suddenly Viveka Chudamani is coming. Prakriti Vikriti Bhinna Shuddha Bodha Swabhavaha. Same thing he's saying here. Swayam Prakasha Bodha Swabhavaha. Swayam Prakashaha. It is self-shining, self-effulgent. That awareness is there. Even in deep sleep, when I say I know nothing, even to say I know nothing, I must be aware. I know nothing, I knew nothing means what? I knew. Normally when I say I know something, I am aware of so many things when I am awake. That kind of thing was not there. Even to say that kind of thing was not there, I must be aware. Swayam Prakasha. That is what he say here. Swayam Prakasha Bodha Swabhavaha. Bodha Swabhava. Swayam Prakasha. Bodha here means consciousness. Chaitanya Swabhavaha. The other day, Ramachandranji was reminding us of Swamiji's meditation. Swamiji will say, I will tell you something, you visualize it. You visualize it. So, pot, chair, Sri Rama, Sita, dog, consciousness. Consciousness means what? Suddenly your mind goes blank. What will you do? What do we know? It's not something you have in your almirah. So you can't think of consciousness. Why? Because that is me. That's what gives consciousness to me also. So-called being consciousness of things, etc. And so Shuddha Bodha Swabhavaha, Sada, he says Sarvada. Sarvada. Sada means Sarvada. Both are identical. Always. Always means what? Not dependent on time. Not dependent on time. And then Vyakhyatam, Aham Vyakhyatam. Good. So, I think that should be enough for this shloka. Let's see if I've written any notes. Um, okay, good. So let's translate this mantra. Apani padoham, achintya shaktihi. I am without hands and legs, comma. I am without hands and legs, comma. Yet I am of incomprehensible power. Okay. I am without hands and legs, yet I am of incomprehensible power. Full stop. I see without eyes. And hear without ears. I am different from all. Vivikta Rupaha. I am different from all. I know everything. That everything comes from V, the V prefix. Aham janami is I know. Aham vijanami, I know everything. Okay. Comma, but none knows me. Or there is no one who knows me. Both are identical. Who is of the nature of, but none knows me, who is of the nature of pure knowledge. I know everything, but no one knows me, who is of the nature of pure knowledge.
Guruji, for Vivikta Rupaha, you said I am different from all. It's not devoid of all forms.
Mm. Uh, no, here it is Vivikta. So I am
Rupa is
different.
not form.
No, no, Rupa here is of the nature of. Vivikta. I am of the nature of being different from all. So, so I am different from all. Vivikta Rupaha. I am distinct from all. My nature is very distinct, like that he's saying. Okay, let's read this. I am without hands and legs, yet I am of incomprehensible power. I see without eyes and hear without ears. I am different from all. I know everything, but no one knows me, who is of the nature of pure knowledge. Okay, let's read the next mantra. वेदैरनेकैरहमेव वेद्यः
वेदैरनेकैरहमेव वेद्यः
वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्
वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेह चाहम्
न पुण्यपापे मम नास्ति नाशः
न पुण्यपापे मम नास्ति नाशः
न जन्मदेहेन्द्रियबुद्धिरस्ति
न जन्मदेहेन्द्रियबुद्धिरस्ति
वेदैरनेकैरहमेव वेद्यः
वेदैरनेकैरहमेव वेद्यः
वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्
वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्
न पुण्यपापे मम नास्ति नाशः
न पुण्यपापे मम नास्ति नाशः
न जन्मदेहेन्द्रियबुद्धिरस्ति
न जन्मदेहेन्द्रियबुद्धिरस्ति
Good.
This 15th chapter, 15th sloka, second part is same.
So now many of you can't contain yourself, correct? You can't contain yourself because, oh my God, this is so familiar. Ooh. 15th chapter. And some of us know the entire 15th chapter also. Oh my God, this is too much. So, सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्. Good, we got that out of our chest. So let's get that out first. So now you know Krishna is borrowing some of these things from Upanishads because Krishna also had to study the Upanishad somewhere in his childhood between the time when he was playing with all the snakes and all those things. So 15th chapter, 15th shloka. That's the reference for us. So there he says, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha. Hey, I am the one that is there in the quote unquote hearts of everybody. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha. Mattaha smritihi jnanam apohanam cha. Hey, this smriti means memory. Memory. Smritihi jnanam, knowledge of anything. Anything. As Maniprabha said, karma kartru bhava jnanam. How about using that word? Karma kartru bhava jnanam. That is a jnanam where there is a knower, there is something to be known. Then the knowledge that arises typically in our minds on of any object, that is jnanam there. Smritir jnanam apohanam. Apohanam, forgetfulness. You know something, then you forget something. If it is possible for me to know something, it should be possible to forget that also. But the problem is things I don't want to forget, I forget. But the things I want to forget, all the bad memories continue to be there. That is a different issue. Okay. So, but he says there, Jnanam apohanam cha vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyaha. Like that, he's said there. So, I wonder if when Ganesha was writing, when Vyasa was dictating, this entire Mahabharata, and the two Bhagavad Gita comes, did Ganesha know that Krishna is borrowing it from that Upanishad like that? the thought come. Katopanishad, oh my God. Na jayate mriyate, my God. Like that he did or not, we don't know. Anyway, so Vedaihi, okay, look at this. First, let's split this. Vedaihi, Anekaihi. Okay, so many words are there in this. Vedaihi, Anekaihi, Aham Eva Vedyaha. So, 4 words are there in what looks like one word. Okay. Vedaihi, Anekaihi, Aham Eva Vedyaha. Okay, Vedyaha is the verb there. So, Vedyaha means to be known. To be known. To be known. And what is to be known? Aham. I am to be known. Aham eva ved. Aham vedyaha. I am to be known. All right. I am to be known means here it says Vedaihi anaikaihi. By what I am to be known? Anekaihi Vedaihi. By many Vedas. By the many Vedas, I am Aham Eva. I am the only one to be known. He's saying the entire Veda is meant for all of you to know me. That is what he's saying. So this is an important point, which brings in the very important topic of pramanam. Correct? Pramanam is there. See, suppose you want to see what is there in my hand. What do you have to do? You can't close your eyes and say, I will figure out what is there in my hand. Okay, then you are a different person and you have some siddhi and all that. Okay, we are not talking about siddhis. But if a person has to know, so look what is in my hand. If I say, look, means you have to look, you have to open your eyes and see. Only then you will know what is there in my hand. Okay, so now what you have done, you have operated what is called a pramanam. Pramanam, beautiful it is. Pramana. And the eyes are unique because without eyes, no human being or no animal can know the color or form of any object. Color or form. The eyes are not telling you that this is a pot. Is eyes telling you this is a pot? Say yes or no. Say yes or no.
No.
Okay. No. Some people are doing like this, some people are doing like this, and some people are doing like this. Okay, so all from yes to no, all big range is there. Okay, I'm not sure also is part of the answer. Okay, so look at this. What is the function of the eye? The eye will transmit through the light signals and all that. It will transmit what? It can transmit the color and the shape of the object. Shape of the object. In fact, the eyes can't tell you that this is clay, this is a clay pot, and all. Eyes can't tell all that. It is not the job of the eyes to tell you all those things. Eyes are only transmitting the signals and then going to the retina, and then there is an image formed, and then the mind is seeing this image. Okay, the mind thanks the eyes for passing this on, and then the mind tells the eyes, thank you, your job is done, now my job begins. My job begins. Now this particular, imagine a photograph where you see this. Okay, photograph, you see this, correct? And then now the mind has to work on it. Work on it. The mind has taken a picture of somebody holding an object like this. Then that somebody, eyes don't show who this somebody is. Eyes can't know all that. It is passing on this image. The mind now starts analyzing. Okay, I see a person, Jay Kumarji is holding a pot in his hand. Who eyes don't do all that. Eyes don't do all that. Mistakenly we make all these assumptions, but we know very well. Eyes don't know anything. Eyes don't know what it is seeing. Eyes are simply transmitting. That's all. Eyes know nothing. And so then the mind processes it and does all kinds of stuff. And that is why there is a possibility of a mistake also. Possibility of mistake is possible. I mean, what is possibility of a mistake is possible. Okay, a mistake is possible. Let's keep it like that. Okay, so mistake is possible. Why? Because the limited mind is limited in what it knows. That is why when I show a thing like this, you can't really figure out whether this is a plastic pot or a clay pot, or these days they won't even make clay. This one tulasi madam, that tulasi thing we have, and if you want to buy that thing for tulasi, where the tulasi grows, tulasi madam it's called. They are making it with cement and coloring it brown. And so that's a different thing. You can't figure it out. You can't figure it. The eyes, the mind has to tell the eyes. You know what the mind has to tell the eyes? Go closer to it and look at it again. Then you look at it again. And then the mind says, you know what, eyes, I think your job is over. I think you can't figure out. I want your fingers, I want the fingers to touch this. Then the finger goes and touches that thing. And then says, oh my God, you know what? This looks like cement. A brick, cement bricks and all we have touched. So we know this is not clay. Clay is smoother, can be made smoother. This thing is smooth, but there is some roughness to it, which makes me believe it is not clay. That's it. Give away. Until all these, so what are we doing? We are operating all these pramanas. We are operating all the pramanas to know things in this world. Some things are a little more tricky, little more sukshmam. You can't figure out. Your child has come from college and something is wrong. You are arguing now. Major argument is going on at home. And what? This? Why he? Why she? How did she come into the picture? Did you go to school or not? Are you acting as though are you going to college? What are you doing after you go there? All these things are coming up. Because now what? You are trying to figure out things. Figure out things that you don't know. And this guy may or may not tell you the truth also. So major issue is there. So we have to investigate. So constantly knowing. By using pramanas. In this dialogue with my son or daughter, I am using my buddhi. Buddhi and all the things I know about this boy, this college, this school, and his daily trip, how he goes, how he comes back, everything I know. Based on that, I'm trying to figure out what all happened. So pramanam. Constantly I'm using pramanams to figure out something or the other. And here Prajapati, who is teaching that student. Who is the student here?
Indira Virochan.
Here, who is the student? Prajapati means, see, you enter somewhere else. Ashvalayana is a student here. And so Ashvalayana, Prajapati told Ashvalayana, Vedaihi anaikaihi ahameva vedyaha. So that idea is coming. That pramanam idea is coming here. And we'll continue this discussion. It's an important discussion. Because understanding the Veda as a pramanam is critical in Advaita Vedanta. It is important in other Vedantas also, Dvaita and all also it's important. But if from a different perspective. So we'll see all that. Okay. आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.